Hey there, fellow Americans. If you've been anxiously checking your bank account lately, I've got some breaking news that's going to make your day. The Social Security Administration has just announced a groundbreaking dual payment system that's about to put some serious money in your pocket. We're talking about not one, but two substantial payments, $5,967 and $1,600, that are hitting accounts in the next 24 hours. Before we dive deep into this game-changing announcement, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on crucial updates about your benefits and financial opportunities. Now, you might be wondering, how is this even possible? Or do I qualify for these payments? Don't worry, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this unprecedented move by the Social Security Administration. This isn't your typical cost of living adjustment or regular benefit payment. This is something entirely different and potentially life-changing for millions of Americans. Let's start with the larger payment of $5,967. This substantial amount is part of a special initiative designed to address the growing economic challenges faced by Social Security beneficiaries. The Social Security Administration has recognized the impact of rising inflation, increased living costs, and the ongoing economic pressures that many Americans are experiencing. This payment is specifically targeted at those who have been receiving Social Security benefits for at least 5 years and have experienced significant financial hardship due to recent economic conditions. But what about the additional $1,600 payment? This second payment is part of a supplementary support program that's being rolled out simultaneously. Think of it as a bonus payment designed to provide immediate relief for essential expenses like utilities, groceries, and medical costs. The beauty of this dual payment system is that it's structured to provide both long-term support and immediate assistance to those who need it most. You might be asking yourself, is this too good to be true? I understand your skepticism. It's natural to be cautious when we're talking about such significant amounts. However, this initiative has been in the works for months, carefully planned and executed by the Social Security Administration in response to growing concerns about the financial stability of beneficiaries. The timing of these payments is no coincidence. They're being released at a crucial period when many Americans are facing mounting bills and increasing living costs. Let's talk about eligibility. Who exactly qualifies for these dual payments? The good news is that the criteria are more inclusive than previous benefit adjustments. If you're currently receiving Social Security Retirement Benefits, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSI, Supplemental Security Income, you're likely eligible for at least one of these payments. However, there are some specific requirements that need to be met. For the $5,967 payment, beneficiaries must have been receiving Social Security benefits for a minimum of 5 years and have a current monthly benefit amount that falls within certain thresholds. The Social Security Administration has established these thresholds based on comprehensive data analysis of living costs across different regions of the country. They've taken into account factors like average rental prices, utility costs, and basic necessities in various geographic areas. The $1,600 supplementary payment has slightly different eligibility criteria. This payment is more focused on immediate need and is available to beneficiaries who can demonstrate increased financial hardship in the past 12 months. This could include significant medical expenses, increased housing costs, or other substantial financial burdens that have impacted their ability to maintain their standard of living. One of the most common questions I'm receiving is, do I need to apply for these payments? The answer is both yes and no, depending on your situation. For most current beneficiaries who meet the basic eligibility requirements, the payments will be automatically deposited into the same account where you receive your regular Social Security benefits. However, some beneficiaries may need to provide additional information or documentation to verify their eligibility, particularly for the $1,600 supplementary payment. It's crucial to understand that these payments are not loans. They don't need to be repaid. They're direct benefits designed to provide meaningful financial support during these challenging economic times. The Social Security Administration has secured the funding for these payments through a combination of budget reallocations and emergency provisions, ensuring that they won't impact regular benefit payments or the long-term stability of the Social Security Trust Fund. Timing is another critical aspect of these payments that many people are asking about. The 24-hour window for these deposits begins at midnight Eastern Time, but the exact timing of when you'll see the money in your account may vary depending on your bank's processing times. Some beneficiaries might see the deposits appear separately, while others might receive them as a combined payment of $7,567. What should you do to prepare for these payments? First and foremost, make sure your direct deposit information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. If you've changed banks or accounts recently, now is the time to verify that your current information is on file. You can do this through your My Social Security account online or by contacting the Social Security Administration directly. Another important consideration is how these payments might affect other benefits you're receiving. The good news is that these special payments have been structured in a way that they won't count as income for purposes of determining eligibility for other federal or state assistance programs. This means you won't have to worry about losing other important benefits like SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or Medicaid due to receiving these payments. Let's talk about the impact these payments could have on your financial situation. For many beneficiaries, these dual payments represent a significant opportunity to address pressing financial needs or build a small financial cushion. While it might be tempting to spend the money immediately, it's worth taking some time to plan how best to use these funds to maximize their benefit to your financial well-being. Consider creating a priority list for these funds. Are there outstanding medical bills that need to be addressed? Have you been putting off necessary home repairs? Do you need to build up an emergency fund? These are all valid uses for these payments, and planning ahead can help ensure the money makes the biggest possible impact on your financial security. Some beneficiaries have expressed concern about potential scams related to these payments. This is a valid concern, as unfortunately, scammers often try to take advantage of situations like this. Remember that the Social Security Administration will never call, email, or text you asking for personal information or payment to receive these benefits. All legitimate communication about these payments will come through official channels, and the deposits will be made directly to your account without any action required on your part, unless you need to update your information. What if you don't receive your payment within the 24-hour window? Don't panic. While the majority of eligible beneficiaries will receive their payments within this timeframe, there might be some cases where processing takes slightly longer. The Social Security Administration has set up a dedicated hotline to handle questions and concerns about these payments, and representatives will be available to check the status of your payments and address any issues that might arise. For those who are wondering about the tax implications of these payments, I have good news. These special payments have been designated as tax-exempt under current federal guidelines. This means you won't need to report them as income on your tax return, and they won't push you into a higher tax bracket. However, it's always a good idea to consult with a tax professional about your specific situation, especially if you have other sources of income or complex tax circumstances. Looking ahead, many people are asking if these dual payments might become a regular occurrence. While these particular payments are being issued as a one-time response to current economic conditions, the Social Security Administration is continuously evaluating the needs of beneficiaries and exploring ways to provide additional support when necessary. This could potentially lead to similar initiatives in the future, depending on economic conditions and available funding. It's worth noting that these payments represent a significant shift in how the Social Security Administration approaches financial support for beneficiaries. Rather than relying solely on annual cost of living adjustments, this dual payment system acknowledges that sometimes more immediate and substantial support is necessary. This could set a precedent for how future benefit adjustments and support programs are structured. For those who are still working but planning for retirement, these payments highlight the importance of staying informed about Social Security benefits and changes to the system. While you might not be eligible for these particular payments, understanding how the Social Security Administration responds to economic challenges can help you better plan for your own retirement and future financial security. If you're helping to manage benefits for a family member or serving as a representative payee, make sure to communicate this information to them and help them understand what to expect. The Social Security Administration will be sending detailed notices to all eligible beneficiaries, but having a conversation about these payments can help avoid confusion and ensure the funds are used effectively. Remember that while these payments are substantial, they're intended to provide support during challenging economic times. It's important to think carefully about how to use these funds in a way that provides both immediate relief and longer-term financial stability. Consider consulting with a financial advisor if you're unsure about the best way to utilize these payments for your specific situation. As we wrap up this discussion about these unprecedented dual payments, let me remind you that staying informed about your Social Security benefits is crucial. The financial landscape is constantly changing, and new opportunities for support may become available. That's why it's so important to stay connected to reliable sources of information about Social Security benefits and updates. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be among the first to know about important updates like these that could impact your financial well-being. Also, share this video with friends and family members who might benefit from this information. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to managing our financial resources effectively. I'll be closely monitoring this situation and will provide updates if there are any changes or additional information about these payments. Remember, if you have specific questions about your eligibility or payment status, the best course of action is to contact the Social Security Administration directly through their official channels. Stay tuned for more updates, and thanks for watching this important announcement about these game-changing Social Security payments.